Seems there's a lot of money to be made in promising a good night's sleep. The latest magic potion comes in a powder called AGZ. And if that sounds familiar, it comes from the same company that brought us the AG1 green smoothie powder. Jonathan Jarry is with McGill's Office for Science and Society. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi.
So the AG1 green powder smoothie, it was promoted as the ultimate health beverage. It was a $1 billion business, and then it was exposed.
Yeah, so AG1, which used to be known as Athletic Greens, it was a New Zealand success story. However, its founder was convicted of offering houses in a rent-to-buy manner, but failing to transfer the title of the properties once they were bought. He then pivoted and he started selling this green powder to put in your smoothie. It was basically a one-a-day. It had all the vitamins, minerals, and probiotics you would need, except that most of us are not vitamin deficient, and a lot of the herbs that are in there have no good evidence behind them. And in fact, there is, as far as I know, still an active investigation at the FDA of around 34 people who may have had liver toxicity because of drinking AG1. We still don't know for sure, but that is the AG1 story so far.
Okay, so now the AGZ sleep powder, it's very similar in how it's being promoted, and it appears to have some very credible people promoting it.
Yeah, so AG1's marketing was very aggressive. You would hear your favorite podcaster or YouTuber being sponsored by the product, and now we're seeing something similar with their latest offering, which is AGZ, which is meant to help you sleep. I've seen, for instance, Adam Conover being sponsored by it. He was the host of a fairly popular TV show called Adam Ruins Everything. I've seen the Harvard University professor endorse it, as well as Andrew Huberman, who unfortunately is massively successful in the science podcast space.
So what exactly is in this powder?
Imagine going to your local natural food store, grabbing everything that makes a claim that it will help you sleep, and blending these all together into a powder. That is AGZ. So if I listed all the ingredients in it, this segment would go over time. The really trendy one is magnesium. There's no good scientific evidence that taking magnesium supplements before going to bed will help you sleep. Another interesting one is holy basil, which is the main flavor in a popular Thai dish called pad kaprao. It's often eaten for lunch, so if it really put people to sleep, Thailand would have a massive problem on its hands. All of these ingredients, they all suffer from the same issue, which is you have these interesting preliminary findings in petri dishes or mice, but no decent studies in humans showing that they help with sleep.
Now, you said investigations into possible liver toxicity with the other product. Now, these supplements you're talking about, they're not entirely harmless, right? Because there can be drug-drug interactions?
Yeah, so molecules found in nature are chemicals, and chemicals can interact with one another. And so the fact that it's natural does not immunize you from that. And in fact, two of the ingredients in AGZ have long lists of medications that they interact with, and that is valerian root and ashwagandha. And in fact, I just returned from a conference during which a liver doctor based in India reminded us that ashwagandha it's a very popular shrub. It pops up in many natural health remedies, especially in India. It is not particularly safe, and it has been linked in rare cases to liver damage. So just because it's natural does not mean that it is safe.
And I guess what we should remember is that if there really was a supplement that could help us sleep, then nobody would have any sleep problems.
If chamomile really helped with sleep, and it is, yes, one of the many ingredients in AGZ, insomnia would be a thing of the past, right? I find it funny that they decided to grab everything with some association with sleep and put them all in the same tub, as if to say, well, hopefully some of this stuff works.
Okay, thank you very much for this, Jonathan.
Thank you for having me.